Well, for more on the new Afghan interim government, I want to bring in now retired four-star General Jack Keane, Fox News senior strategic analyst and chairman of the Institute for the Study of War. General Keane, you warned us. You looked over the horizon and you said, here's what's coming, and we are now seeing some of it come to fruition.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, certainly this is a barbaric thugs and killers. And not surprising, they're going to fill their cabinet with the leaders of those barbaric thugs and killers. They're all hardliners. One is worse than the other. As Jennifer pointed out, Haqqani, you know, who's going to be kind of like the state police in charge of repressing the people and keeping them in line. Wanted by the FBI. In 2011, his organization killed 77 soldiers in a single incident in Wardak province with a truck suicide bombing incident. He laid siege to the U.S. Embassy also in 2011 for somewhere in the neighborhood of 2+ weeks. These are the thugs. These are the killers. This is expected. There's no surprise here. And let me make an editorial comment to your comment about Pakistan. 4 presidents now we've had. Not a single one of them has ever stepped up to the plate to stop the Pakistan military and intelligence from providing assistance to the Afghan Taliban at the 2 safe havens that we have. Here is the assistance. Indisputable evidence. 1, training. 2, resources. And most importantly, 3, intelligence on U.S. and Afghan operations that we were conducting. The Pakistanis got American blood all over their hands, and nothing has frustrated me more about the war in Afghanistan than our inability to come to grips with what they've done. Now they're out in the open. Well, and the lying that they've done for all these years is really frustrating to deal with.
Well, and General, that's why I was saying to Jennifer Griffin, I'll say it in a different way now. That is why it's so important to know what the Biden administration is going to do with Pakistan. We don't have any eyes on the ground anymore. You talk about intelligence. It's one thing not to be getting any. It's another thing for somebody to be giving it to someone else about us. And we have zero capability on the ground to see any of it happening. That's why I think, too, to add to what you're saying, they've got to have a plan for Pakistan. All right, I want to move to this. Fox News Digital learned exclusively that the State Department blocked private flights to get Americans out of Afghanistan's Mazar airport and to keep them from landing in third countries. A portion of a leaked email indicates, and this is a quote here, no charters are allowed to land at DoD base. You need to find another destination country. And it can't be the U.S. either. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Antony Blinken denying reports that the Taliban had blocked Americans attempting to fly out. Watch.
As we understand it, there are groups of people who are grouped together, some of whom have the appropriate travel documents, an American passport, a green card, a visa, and others do not. And it's my understanding that the Taliban has not denied exit to anyone holding a valid document, and we are not aware of anyone being held on an aircraft or any hostage-like situation in Mazar-e-Sharif.
Do they think we're stupid? I mean, we know that they're getting that information from the Taliban. Oh, we deny that there's been anything. They want to cut our heads off.
Listen, there's 2 things going on here. The Taliban has certainly been an obstacle and impediment right from the beginning when we started the withdrawal. But 2, the State Department, and my talking to former veterans as well who are involved, I mean, not former veterans, veterans who are involved in these operations have all indicated that the State Department will not deny charter flights getting to their location that they want to send them. This is an absurdity. You know, we all know where the American people have come out on this ill-conceived, hasty withdrawal, which turned into an emergency retreat and the chaos, that we have not had very good crisis management out of the State Department. Here we are now, post-U.S. troop withdrawal, and we still have chaos. Here's the issue. These groups that are working with American citizens and Afghan partners, they have their names, Harris, and they know where they are. The State Department or U.S. government has got to take charge and work with these folks, put a centralized list together of all the names and the locations so we can line up airplanes with what the requirement is. And these people are trusted. These veterans are trusted by these folks. Nobody in the State Department is going to gain their trust. That's why we have to work with each other. The fact that the State Department is stiffing our veterans who have actual contact with these folks and have a plan to help get them out is pretty outrageous as far as I'm concerned. And here we are blowing again this evacuation when we can really bring it under control. The government has got to work with these private organizations that have named themselves like Pineapple Express and others.
Yeah, we've
and
been watching
this can get done. And the other thing is, Blinken continues to minimize the requirement. Anybody dealing with these groups knows full well there's several hundred American citizens that are still in Afghanistan and tens of thousands of our Afghan partners, and we should stop now from minimizing these numbers. That's why it's so critical. Get the centralized list put together, United States government, and let's start working with these private organizations to get our people out. This can be done.
Well, hearing it from your military perspective and hearing it from senators whom I've had on this very program shows you that there are two lanes here, at least, that look at the same department, the State Department, as being defunct. And if what you're saying is true, that it's not just that they're incapable, incompetent, whatever the word you want to put in that blank, but they're blocking it. I want to know why. I want to know why, and I think the American people deserve to know why. General Keane, thank you very much for being in focus and bringing us all of your expertise today, always.